Hello and welcome back. We are back to sitting in the world's most uncomfortable chair as opposed to standing last week because that setup was a bollock to do. But for today's lecture, after the amount of time that went into reading 3 articles in this chapter of a book last time, I've decided I just want to chit chat, and I do have a concise topic for today's lecture. We will be chit-chatting about aesthetics in Formula One because I'm going to be very honest. I don't think the aesthetics are very good at the minute. And I know this is rich coming from someone dressed in a rugby shirt. I have no legs to stand on at the minute to talk about aesthetics, but all I'm going to say is my main thesis of this video is I don't support smoking. I don't think you should do smoking for your health. For your health, I don't think you should smoke. But like, were the aesthetics better when cigarette companies were sponsoring? Perhaps. So let's dive into where my main issue is right now, I think basically any of the team merch and the cars just look incredibly ugly. Like, I get it's because like you need so many sponsors to run a team and it costs a lot to run a team, and all those sponsors get a little spot on the car. Cool. But like, also it makes the car look really ugly. And also, why do they also need to be on all of the clothes? You know? Like, I wish teams released more stuff that wasn't incredibly ugly all the time. Like, it's either just like, for like Mercedes, for example, like it almost always has like at least 3 logos on it. It's never just like Mercedes Formula One team with like a cool picture or something. It's like all just the logos of the other brands. Like, can we not do that and something nice? Like, what is the crime? I also think a lot of my issues with the aesthetics going off from the branding, because like, again, branding, necessary evil that we have to have the stuff funded, but like, it does kind of make everything look really cluttered and ugly, and I feel I need to speak no more on this topic. But moving on from that, I think my other issue with aesthetics is that everyone just looks the same, like in the way they dress and everything. Like, we're not getting cunty Michael Schumacher in the black tank top, you know? Like, everybody has to wear all these team branded and logoed things every single week, except for Lewis. Good for him. At least he tries. And it's just, I'm sick of seeing these men in the same like 2 shirt options. They're either in a shirt or a polo, and they're always in like pants or a pair of shorts. Like, it's boring. I'm bored. I want to see something fun. Like, I get when you do press, like, you have to be wearing it, but like, do what Hamilton does. Wear something fun in for the day, you know? And like, when I say fun, I don't mean like wearing your own branded stuff, like, because I know like Lando and some of the other drivers will do like their brands that they developed, and it's just like, that's also boring. It's boring. Have the backbone to pull a look is all I'm gonna say. Pull a look off a runway, out of a showroom, whatever you need to do. Work with a stylist. Get a stylist, please. I am begging. Yeah, it's just really disappointing, especially because like, after getting to see all the stuff from the 90s where it was just like, I don't know if it's just like how 90s photos are taken or what, everything just looks like, it looks cooler, you know? Like, I feel like you understand what I mean if you get it, but it's just like, it looks cooler, everything looks more interesting, and I just kind of want that again. And like, my same gripe about everyone kind of looking the same also goes onto like all the wives and girlfriends. Like, peace and love, girls, but like, you don't have to wear neutrals. You can wear a fun look. It doesn't all have to be neutrals and like blue. I say this as someone who also wears a lot of neutrals and blue, but like, girls, any brand will sponsor you, pretty much. Pull a look, pop out in a little outfit. I want to see you head to toe Ferrari red babes if you're dating a Ferrari driver. Like, let's get it done. Let's have looks. Like, Ferrari has a whole fashion brand, and these men still can't dress? I'm gonna be a bit politer to the wives and girlfriends, because, like, they are not the main focus of the sport, but, like, also, girls, you all dress the same. You all dress the same, and it's boring. Have some backbone. Get a look. Get a stylist. I'm just gonna keep saying the same thing 5 times. But I think I'm just craving uniqueness and design. And like, oh, we'll see if I can find the picture. But there was like the one like specific Golf livery McLaren did a couple years ago that was like light blue and white with a little bit of orange in it. I loved that. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was beautiful. I want more stuff like that where we get, I don't care even if it's a one-off, but like we get one that like the aesthetic is incredible and it looks incredible and it's not just brand plastered in your face, because like it is just draining to look at. I'll be honest, it is. Like even when you're watching the races, all like the same ad plastered around the whole track, it's just draining to look at. I don't really want to see it. I know why they have to do it, as I've mentioned, but like it's just boring, you know? Hi, so I am just sitting down to edit, and I do want to add 2 things. One, saw the Ferrari livery for the weekend in Miami. Yikes! Kind of adding to why this video is important to me. And 2, saw Lando's helmet released for the weekend. That's fun, that's vibes. I know he obviously can't race in it, probably. But it's a fun vibe. Do more, please. I also think a lot of this aestheticism that like we're losing, right? Even just in broader culture where everyone just kind of looks all the same, does come down to like social media and apps like TikTok where like you can see what everybody's doing. So it's like, it's not so much now like, well, this part of the country has this trend and this part of the country is following this trend right now. It's like everyone's kind of following the same 3 trends all the time. And I think that's also why, especially when it comes to wives and girlfriends, we don't get to see this incredible mix of like style. It's everyone's just kind of following the trend, you know? And broadly on culture, it's getting boring. I need to change. We gotta wrap it up. Be individual, have a backbone, go find something you enjoy. I am saying get a backbone a lot, and I do mean it. And I want you to know I mean it to every single person. Like, am I personally trying to make sure I am only buying things I like and enjoy? Yes. Yes. But the same cannot be said for everybody. Some people just want to follow trends, and that's fine. But, like, also think. That's all I can say. Just think about what you enjoy. And you know what the worst part is, right, of all of this, is I feel like instead of putting the creative effort into the actual people and the cars on the teams, we're putting it into the social media. And so like even this weekend, it's Miami this weekend, we got this really like nice photo shoot of Alex going to, oh god, were they on a military base? They were on a military base I think, and it was very like Top Gun-esque, and I thought that was great. I love when they do kind of funny things like that, and I get to joke about it being Top Gun because they didn't specifically reference Top Gun or anything, right? But it's like, they'll do all these like themed out photo shoots and stuff, but then they'll never carry that over into their actual race weekend. I think the only one where I really see it happening is in Austin for some reason. And I don't know if just because everybody loves a cowboy. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror. Don't lie to yourself. Everybody kind of loves a cowboy. Like, it is what it is. But it's weird to me that that's the only race where like the online aesthetic that the team puts out goes in with the on-track aesthetic they push for the weekend. Like, you see far more hats and fringes on shirts and stuff, and just like button-downs, cowboy boots. People are more willing to go all out for Austin, which I think is a little odd. But I'd like to see it at more races. I really would. I guess this is really just my rambly way of saying, can the men dress better? Please, I am begging. Just to enter the paddock. Like, you don't even need, it doesn't even need to be the whole weekend, but just like paddock entrances on race day or something. That's all I want. I also want merch to be cuter, as I've discussed in my other video. I want merch to look nicer. But yeah, that's kind of my conclusion of everything. I'll be honest. I know this one was a bit rambly, a bit short. Vibes are just very, at the minute I'm very busy. I did not have time to really script anything this week. So we're kind of just going with rambly thoughts, to be honest. Yeah. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know how you feel about the aesthetics of Formula One or just general culture at the minute. And I will see you next week for our lecture. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment for your extra credit homework. And I will see you next time for our next lecture. Bye-bye!